Welcome back to Aging is for Everyone. We are talking all about North Tonawanda today, places to go, things to do. And one great place to check out is the North Tonawanda Farmers Market. Here to tell us about the market is the market manager, John Long. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Laura.
It's so good to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. You were telling me, before the show started about the history of the market. Why don't you just let us know a little bit about that?
Sure. The market was actually formed in 1908. It's one of the oldest markets in New York State.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a square acre of land at Robinson and Payne Avenue in North Tonawanda.
Mm-hmm.
And originally it was a building with meat people, cheese people, and a fish store, and the farmers would all be around the outside. They originally came up in wagons from, the ridge, in Niagara County.
Right.
So it expanded from there. And
right.
It's been around now 105 years.
That's amazing. I didn't realize that the market had such a long history. That's terrific. So the market is where it was originally.
Correct.
Okay.
The same acre of land. 1 square acre was set aside for the market in 1908.
That's great. And nobody's encroached upon that.
No.
That's amazing. So who actually runs the market? I mean, I know you're the market manager, but is there a group that owns it, or?
No, the city of North Carolina actually owns the market.
Oh, okay.
It's a city market, but I actually run the market for the city.
Okay. So it is a city-run farmers market.
Yes, that's correct.
That's not something that you see too often these days. So if somebody's watching and they're thinking a farmer's market, why would I want to go to a farmer's market as opposed to just going to like Tops? What's the benefit of kind of getting out there and going to the market?
Well, there's nothing like fresh food that's picked the day before that morning.
Right.
I mean, if anybody's ever had asparagus or corn that's fresh picked, it's a world of difference. Even the fruits, melons, you can smell the melons 200 feet away when the farmers bring them out. Mm-hmm. That's how fresh they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this time is the height of the season. September, October is, the end of the growing season. That's when everything's harvested. So
right.
A lot of the fruits are done now, but now we have the apples coming in. You have corn, you have tomatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, squash, melons, watermelons. And people don't think about all that. It's all growing around this area.
Right.
Because of the ridge, because of the ice age, the great glaciers came down. We have beautiful soil around here.
Right.
So that's why we have such a good growing area.
Right, and like you said, you're getting stuff that's been grown locally by a local farmer.
Correct.
That's terrific, because you're really supporting local agriculture if you go to a market. And
anybody that's been to that's had broccoli or cauliflower or corn, if they buy it at the store, it's shipped in from somewhere. I mean, it could be from New York State, but it could be from Mexico, it could be from Southern California, but there's a world of difference in flavor.
Right.
With fresh picked vegetables.
Right, right. And you're talking about that this is kind of the height of the season when we're taping this, but the market is not just open, during the height of the season.
No, our market's open Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and we're open year-round. During the winter time, it's more or less just Saturdays.
Okay.
But there's still 20 vendors there because we have more than farmers there.
Right.
We have artisans, we have bakeries, we have food vendors, I have a beekeeper that sells his own honey there. I have things like that. We sell coffee, there's sausage makers, there's heritage beef, there's heritage pork, there's chickens and eggs, all locally grown, farm raised, organic.
Great, great. And how many vendors do you have?
At this time of year, I have 100 on Saturday.
Okay.
Farmers and vendors. I have 132 spots and 100 vendors.
Okay. And so Saturday's probably your busiest day,
That's the busiest one. On Thursdays, we have about 50 vendors, mostly farmers, because most of the crafters and things come in on Saturday. But and Tuesday's a little slower, but we still have about 30 vendors.
Right. I would say that probably makes you a little bit different, that you're year-round than some of the farmers markets.
Yes, most markets aren't year-round, and we are a totally outdoor market. We don't have indoors.
Okay. So even during winter, you're still out there?
Unless we have 2 feet of snow, which doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. So you have, you know, obviously, like you said, you have all kinds of produce and different types of vendors. You have organic. Some people are just organic farmers, or
I have 1 or 2 organic farmers.
Okay.
Not too many. We do have organic beef, organic pork.
Okay.
You know, and like I said, we have people that make their own sausage. We have smoked sausage, and like the bakeries, we have crafters, and we have we have a coffee person that roasts their own beans, so they sell fresh coffee there.
so it sounds like somebody can get pretty much everything they might want to.
Pretty much everything, and even for the dog lovers, we have 3 vendors that make their own dog cookies from scratch, and they're
Really?
all organic dog cookies.
Right. Now, do most of the vendors, as far as do they take cash or credit cards, or does it depend on the vendors?
Well, most take cash, some take credit cards, but we also have the food stamp program, which was started a couple years ago, where you swipe your card and you get tokens just for the market.
Okay.
So you can use your food stamps at the market, and it's just a token thing.
Okay.
And that's a big program. That turned out great the last couple of years.
I would think so, because that way you can get some really good fresh food and use your food stamps. Would you say that the prices are comparable to or less than?
Oh, they're a lot
supermarkets?
less. Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy 8 quarts of this or 4 quarts of that. It's instead of paying by the pound, you're probably getting at least twice as much.
Right, right. So people can find out more about the market. How can they find out more?
Well, if they go on, just look up NT Farmers Market or NT City Market. It'll pop up on Facebook. It'll pop up, on the web.
Right. And if they wanted to find their way there, remind us again of what the address would be they would put in.
Okay, it's on the corner of Payne and Robinson Street.
Okay.
It's off the 290. You get off the Coven Extension on the Twin Cities Memorial Highway, and you just go past the Graf Hospital if you're coming from the 290, and you take a left on Robinson Road, and just about a half mile down.
Can't miss it, huh?
No, you can't. And there's signs everywhere if
Yeah.
you notice the signs.
Yeah, just be on the lookout for it. Great. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot going on there, John. Sounds like a good place for people to visit.
Oh, it's a fantastic place. It's people meet there. You know, it's people haven't seen people in a year or so. They meet at the market. You know, there's people from everywhere in Western New York that come there.
Great, great. Well, it sounds like a great place to go out and take a ride and visit from all over Western New York.
Sure, definitely.
And our folks from Canada can come visit us.
Yes, they can.
Well, thank you for being with us, John. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for telling us about the market. We'll be right back with more Aging is for Everyone.